Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Daily English Practice Channel. I'm Anna. In part 1, Emma and Ethan fell deeply in love, but their love faced many enemies. His family hated her, society judged her, and a jealous woman named Sophia created lies to destroy them. Now, everything is beginning to fall apart. Will love survive? Let's continue the story.
My name is Emma Carter, and that night, my heart felt heavier than ever. Ethan stood in front of me, silent, confused, hurt. Emma, I just want the truth. I looked into his eyes. The truth? The truth is that I love you. The truth is that I've never betrayed you. But if you believe those lies, my voice broke. Then maybe you never trusted me at all. Ethan lowered his head. For the first time, neither of us knew what to say. Tears filled my eyes. I couldn't stay there any longer. I turned around and walked away, slowly, painfully. I hoped he would stop me, call my name, run after me. But he didn't. Every step felt like my heart was breaking, and when I finally reached home, I cried all night. The next morning, Sophia smiled when she saw me, a cruel smile, a victorious smile. She knew exactly what she had done. "Looks like the fairy tale is over," she said. I ignored her, but inside, I was burning with anger. Not because she hated me, but because her lies were winning. Meanwhile, Ethan was suffering too. He sat alone in his room, looking at our photographs, reading old messages, remembering every moment. Something felt wrong, very wrong. The girl he knew, the girl he loved, was honest, kind, loyal. Could she really betray him? The more he thought about it, the less he believed the lies. A few days later, Ethan received an anonymous envelope. No name, no address, just a single message. Inside were screenshots, emails, and proof. Proof that Sophia had paid someone to create fake evidence. Ethan stared at the papers, his hands shaking, his face turning pale. "No," he whispered. "No." His heart dropped. Emma had been telling the truth all along. Without hesitation, Ethan drove straight to Sophia's mansion. He burst through the front door. Sophia froze when she saw him. "Ethan?" He threw the papers onto the table. "Tell me the truth." Her face lost all color. For a moment, she said nothing. Then she laughed softly. A cold laugh. "Fine. Yes, I did it." Sophia crossed her arms. "I loved you. I wanted you. And she was in my way." Ethan stared at her in disbelief. "You destroyed innocent people." She shrugged. "That's what people do when they want something badly." For the first time, Ethan saw the darkness inside her, and it disgusted him. "I never loved you," he said, "and I never will." Ethan immediately went looking for me, but when he arrived at the bookstore, the owner shook his head. Emma resigned. His heart sunk. "Where did she go?" "I don't know. She left 3 days ago." Ethan felt fear, real fear. For the first time, he realized he might lose me forever. After leaving town, I moved to Seattle, a city where nobody knew my name, nobody knew my story, nobody judged me. I rented a tiny apartment, worked at a local cafe, and tried to start over. But forgetting Ethan was impossible. Every song reminded me of him. Every sunset reminded me of him. Every dream brought him back. One rainy evening, a customer handed me an envelope. "Someone asked me to give you this." My heart skipped. I looked at the handwriting. I knew it instantly. Ethan. My hands trembled. Slowly, I opened the letter. "Emma, I was wrong. I should have trusted you. I should have stood beside you. Instead, I doubted you, and I hurt the person I love most. I discovered the truth. Sophia lied. Everything was a lie, but my mistake was real, and I will regret it for the rest of my life. I don't expect forgiveness. I only hope you know how sorry I am. Love always, Ethan." Tears rolled down my face, drop after drop. I had waited so long to hear those words. Yet, the pain was still there. For days, I carried the letter with me, reading it again and again. Part of me wanted to run back to him, to hold him, to forgive everything. But another part of me was afraid. Trust once broken is difficult to rebuild. Very difficult. One night, someone knocked on my apartment door. Softly, 3 times. My heart started racing. I walked toward the door, slowly, carefully. I opened it and froze, standing there, soaked from the rain. was Ethan. For a moment, neither of us spoke. We simply looked at each other. Months of pain, months of regret, months of longing, all standing between us. Then, Ethan whispered, "Emma." And suddenly, my eyes filled with tears. Again. "I'm sorry," he said. "I know I don't deserve another chance. I know I broke your heart, but I couldn't live without trying." Rain fell behind him, cold, heavy, yet he remained there, waiting, hoping, praying. I looked into his eyes, the same eyes I once trusted completely, the same eyes that once doubted me. My heart was torn. Love was still there, but so was pain, so was fear, so was disappointment. The question was simple, but the answer wasn't. Could I trust him again?
And that is where we will stop for today. Emma finally knows the truth. Ethan finally understands his mistake. But sometimes love alone is not enough. Trust must be rebuilt, one step at a time. My friends, if you were Emma, would you forgive Ethan? Would you give him another chance? Or would you walk away forever? Tell us what you think. If you want part 3, make sure you stay with Daily English Practice channel. Keep listening, keep practicing, and never give up on your English.